Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about the new Burberry Color Clash Spring 2021 collection. I am so excited about this because I am US based. This collection is not available in the US today, so I ordered it from Hudson's Bay in Canada and had it sent to a reshipper who then shipped it to me, and it came today. And I ordered everything. So we're starting off barefaced and we're gonna do a mostly full face of Burberry. So I'm really excited. So I don't know how much you know about the brand, but it's not super popular in the United States. It's hard to find. They used to be at Nordstrom, and that made it pretty easy to get. I remember when they had a counter at my local Nordstrom, which they do not anymore. And so I actually didn't really get interested in Burberry products until after that change, where it was harder to get, because that's the kind of person that I am. So this is sort of where we're at today. The highlight of this collection is the Burberry Runway palette. So this is, it's not their first eyeshadow palette, but it's their first eyeshadow palette I've seen that looks like this, that looks so, I guess, traditional as far as eyeshadow palettes go. So it's this metallic gold packaging with like the Burberry plaid. And then when you open it up, which I can't do, it looks like this. So on the one hand, like, no, not very special, not very unique, but on the other, like, just so elegant and so well done. And then you can see the pattern that is in the eyeshadow pans to mimic fabric. I just think it's gorgeous, so I'm excited to use that. Definitely, like I said, the highlight of the collection, but it is not it. So I also got this foundation. So I love foundations just so much. This is the Ultimate Glow foundation, and it is part of this collection. I have some of their other base products. I have their Luminous, what is this called? Ultimate Glow. Maybe they have like a Luminous Glow. I have that. And then I also have a their Fresh Glow BB cream and their gel stick. So I have 3 of their base products already, and I quite like all of them. So I'm excited to see, again, you can see this classic Burberry pattern with the gold cap. And then when you pull off their caps, the bottles are just an interesting shape. I'm excited to use that. I got the shade 40 Light Warm. And then that's not all, folks. I got one of the Burberry Kisses lip lacquer in electric orange. So this is also part of the spring collection. This is what that looks like. So very pretty orange shade, just the kind of thing that I like. I got their Burberry Kisses satin lipstick. This is also in bright orange, so similar color to the gloss. I love orange lip products. So this is what that looks like. And again, you can see that Burberry pattern in the bullet. Very excited about that. Magnetic closure, also in that gold reflective packaging. And then I also got their mascara. It's in pure black. It's the Ultimate Lift mascara. I've actually never tried Burberry mascaras before, so I will be trying this today, and I'm pretty excited about that. And then to fill in the gap, look at it, it's so pretty. To fill in the gap of other things, I'm going to be using the Essentials Glow palette. So same packaging actually, but this came out fall, holiday. Either way, I also ended up ordering this. It's available in the US now on the Burberry US website. But when I ordered it, it wasn't, and I wanted it right away. So I ordered it from the UK and had it shipped over via a reshipper as well, actually. If you have any questions about that, I've only done it a couple of times, but it's worked out for me quite well, and it is an additional cost, but not a huge additional cost if it's something that you really are interested in, that you think that you're not going to be able to get in your country or not going to get for a couple of months, and you don't want to wait that long, so you just sort of have to do your cost benefit there. But I got it in the darker shade, so this is 02 medium dark, It's not that dark, honestly, but there are highlights, blushes, and bronzers. So we'll be using that today with the rest of the products to make it just about a full face of Burberry. The only thing I don't have from them is a concealer, and yeah, wasn't something that I needed to buy from Canada, but I will try out one of their concealers someday. So I just have moisturized my skin. I'm not using a primer. I don't have their primer either, actually, and that is another thing that I would like to try, but you know, I spent enough, so we're trying a couple things at a time. So like I said, this is shade 40 Light Warm in the Ultimate Glow. Oh, I have to unlock it. My cat just jumped up on my desk. That was what that shake was. She's in here because she won't leave. It's fine. Okay, so I don't know how much of this I'm gonna need. This is 2 pumps. A little runny, but not very. I think the shade's gonna be okay. It looks a little yellow, but that's kind of what happens. I have kind of neutral, maybe olive skin. Where did I put my mirror? But I tend to find that if I have to pick, warm shades will look better on my skin than cool shades. Cool shades will almost always pull like extremely pink. I really like green and gray base colors, but they're hard to find. So it doesn't seem like this is going very far. That's fine. So I'm just spreading around with my fingers first. This is my Smashbox blurring foundation brush, which I think does a decent job. So let's see what that looks like. It's blending really easily, so I appreciate that. Okay. It does have a fragrance. It just smells perfumey, kind of floral perfumey. I really like the finish on my skin though. I hope you can tell. It's not a lot of coverage. You can still see, you know, this pigmentation spot that I'm never going to be able to get rid of. So that's one side with, one side without. Didn't blend that. My hair is drooping, which I should have fixed. Anyway, so I do really like that. I'm taking some more off the back of my hand, just going on this side with it before I pump out a little bit more so it doesn't dry on my hand. I think this is maybe a little lighter coverage than the other one that has a luminous finish, which I don't think you can get in the US either. I actually bought mine in Canada when I was there. You know, once upon a time when we could go places, which maybe soon, but we will see. And okay, so I'm not using a sponge because I kind of figured since this was already going to be Ultimate Glow and pretty light coverage, I didn't really want to thin out the coverage any. Makes my skin look very alive, very fresh. And really, what more can you ask for? So, yeah, that's pretty. Okay, so like I said, I don't have a concealer. For my under eyes, I'm just going to go in with, this is the Rouge Bunny Rouge Fine Spun Light Luminous Skin Wand. So it's, I think, similar in concept to the YSL Touche Éclat illuminating thing, which I haven't tried but want to try. But I have this, so we're using this, and I think it'll match kind of that luminous thing, and then it'll also just match that sheer coverage, because this is not a lot of coverage by any means. It's just meant to brighten the under eye a little bit. I do have, you know, a little bit of discoloration under my eyes, but not a lot today. Thank goodness. So, and then I'm gonna, it is a sheer brightener, so I'm using my finger to just dab it in rather than trying to use anything that might sheer out. There we go. So now let's go in with the Glow Essentials palette. Just real quick for blush, bronze, highlight. So I went in with a little bit of the cream bronze product that's in there. We're just gonna go right here with it. This is a Smashbox brush as well. It is, I think it's like the cream cheek, so I'm using it exactly as intended. But I do like it for cream cheek products, of which I have many. It's been going really well. So just sort of dabbing that on. And I don't really contour because my round face doesn't want it. So I really bronze kind of at high points where the sun would hit. And I think that does more for my face than trying to really define, you know, cheekbones. It kind of lifts them instead of trying to like lift them from below, if that makes sense. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. So that's just a little bit of the cream. The bronzer that's in here is definitely has like a satin finish. The powder bronzer. These are like a baked gelée. I do want the lighter shade. I'll get it. I just shouldn't. I shouldn't get it, but I want to get it. I want both of them because they're both so pretty. So this is that powder bronzer shade. Gonna go up here a little bit with it. And you can just, I don't know, these products are so beautiful, both like in packaging and execution, but also in formula. And I really hope that Burberry starts to come back with a greater presence on the US market to make these products easier for people like me to get. But also just because I think they kind of deserve it. Like, these are gorgeous products. So why not make them available? I think of the blushes. I'm going to go in with the slightly warmer toned one, which is this one. That's, you can tell that has a slightly cooler undertone. And then I almost went in with the wrong one anyway. Because I think that eyeshadow palette is just going to lend itself to a warmer look. But yeah, I just think that Burberry does such a good job with their makeup products. And so to not be able to get them easily, it makes it harder to recommend them easily. And that's a bummer, you know? Like, I think not a lot, there are brands that fall off and just don't do as well, and they're plenty easy to get. So for beautiful products to be hard, it is a bummer because you want to be able to tell people about them and go get them. So I'm hoping that what this does is help more people see how worth it these products are so they can go get them, or at least continue to message Burberry about how they need more US stockists, because that's been my strategy, and if I'm the only voice, it's not gonna work. Okay, so that's blush. Cat hair on my face because of course I do. Okay, highlights. I think I'm gonna go in with this one. Let's see. So it's actually been a little bit since I've used this palette because I have so much. So let's just see. Their highlight formula is very nice. I have two colors in the singles. See, that's just, it's such a pretty glow. Okay. So yeah, I really like their products. I just think they're gorgeous. They're very elegant. I'm gonna put the lip products on next, kind of just because I want to be able to wear them longer, and I know that I'm gonna eat soon, so the longer I can have them on, the better. Look at how pretty this bullet is. My goodness. Okay, so this is the shade Bright Orange, and it is indeed. So let's see. I've never tried their lipstick formula. It is scented differently than the foundation. Oh, that's so pretty. I'm so happy right now. Orange lipsticks, the Burberry products, that's great. And then I'm gonna put the gloss over it. This is the Burberry Kisses Lip Lacquer in Electric Orange, so also very bright. And we are gonna see how this goes. I have one other shade in these. It's in light crimson, just kind of a pinky color. So let's see. Oh God. This is scented, but more like vanilla traditional scent. I think that is so pretty. Now the eyeshadow palette. So again, this is the eyeshadow palette. That's what it looks like. I'm kind of hesitant to use it, honestly, because I'm that person, but also just because the imprints in it, it's so pretty. What am I gonna do? I think I'm gonna start, there's only 2 mattes in the palette, which I think I just now am realizing. That's fine. I'm gonna use this darker of the mattes first and kind of just see what it looks like, see how that goes. Let's see. Make sure there's no super colorful eyeshadow on my brushes that are not clean, and go into that. There's not a lot of kick up in the pan on that matte. And I'm pretty light-handed with makeup. I'm sorry, except for blush, then super heavy-handed, but let's just see what this looks like. I'm gonna do something pretty simple just to sort of, you know, fit the vibe of the palette and not to be too overwhelming with the really bright lip that's like just distractingly pretty, honestly. All right, so that's about where I'm gonna place that. Should I just do one eye? No, I'm just gonna do both. That's fine. Oh, see, and then I lied and I'm more heavy-handed, but that's fine. And I'm just bringing this out kind of straight from here because it helps me figure out the shape. So I use a pretty small brush when I place things because it just kind of is my comfort zone. And then I'm gonna go in with something a little fluffier to blend that out a little bit and continue to like drag that to a point and blend it just a little. And so we get this nice little brown shape. And I think I'm gonna go back into that brown, and then I'm going to take this point and just sort of connect it from here. And I do it that way, it just gives me better control over actually setting the shape of my eye. I don't do a lot of liner, and I really don't do like winged liner because you can, that was harsh. But when I open my eyes, like there's such a definite crease here that when I try to do a wing up, it just sort of folds. And so I find that doing a wing shape but with shadow is much more forgiving for my eye shape and the way that my lid folds, because I have like big eyes, but when I open them my lids just disappear because they fold so much, which it's not a good thing or a bad thing, it's just how it is. So I'm going to do the same thing on this side and just sort of close that wing to the corner of my eye. And then I'm going in with that brown just a little to build a little bit more depth here. There are deeper shades, but they're all going to be satins. I don't think any of these are going to be metallic, very, you know, bright and punchy or anything like that. And then I'm going to go back in and just kind of fluff. If you want to be light when you do your eyeshadow, the further back you hold your brush, the gentler you're going to be. It's going to help you blend just a little bit more. I'm going to go in with that lighter matte just to see on this fluffy brush and just sort of bring it up here. And see, you can use lighter shades to also help you shape any of that like darkness that you've put on. And kind of, yeah, just shape it a little by blending it. So I like that. And then let's look at sort of what we want to do with these satin shades. So I'm really attracted to the gold shade. Again, that's just sort of like my comfort zone is the golds. And I mean, I probably should do something with like this darker color here just to see. Maybe I'll do that and add some more depth in that corner and then go into the gold and then maybe this like sort of light champagne on the inner corner. Let's see what that looks like. So I'm going into that darker satin. It's almost like a purple. And I'm gonna add it right here. I need my hand mirror because I can't see. Yeah, so I'm adding it right there. Definitely adds the depth that I was hoping it would. And they are, like I said, pretty satin. So even though in the pan it looks like it's gonna have a lot of shimmer, when you use it lightly and blend, you're not gonna get like so much shimmer that it feels weird using it however you want to. Sometimes it can be hard. I will never tell you anything to do with your makeup, honestly, because that's one of the reasons that I do my makeup, is to have fun and really see how I can change my features and how I can just have fun, just play with it. And so I'm really doing makeup for it to be flattering. There are some times if I'm seeing people who don't know me very well, but even then it's how can I do it and still have fun, or how can I feel like I'm, this sounds strange, but like almost wearing a costume. But that's one of the ways I look at it, like who am I going to be today and how can makeup help me be that person? It's just sort of how I have fun with it. So you can see that definitely added depth. I like that. Oh, this is pretty. And these are very easy to work with. Kind of just buffing and dragging a little bit in. Make sure that there's a little bit of that in the crease. Seeing if there's anything else I want to do with it, but I think that's good. I'm gonna go ahead and add that gold shade all over the lid. So that shade that I'm talking about is this one right here, which is definitely more gold toned, but not, it's pretty yellow toned. I'm using sort of a flat but kind of fluffy shader brush, and I'm gonna put this all over the rest of the lid. Again, oh, actually, okay, that's shinier than I thought it was gonna be. Yes, it is. Okay, that's fine. That makes it pretty. Okay, so I'm putting this all over the lid because I want to, and doing that on the other side as well. Yeah, it's definitely shinier than I thought, especially after using that purple and being like, yeah, see, they're just satin. But you can definitely see the reflectivity of that. And again, it's not a metallic. It's not like, bam. I have, you know, indie eyeshadows that are very bam, but this isn't that. It's not meant to be that. It's meant to be a little bit more refined. I'm gonna go back in just to sort of blend the darker corners over into that gold. So there's a little less harshness, a little more blend. Oh my god, I keep forgetting about my hard cider. That's fine. Okay. So just going into this inner corner, or outer corner, whoops. Outer corner and kind of blending that darker shade over into the gold so that it makes sense. Good, good, good. And then, please don't fall, too late. I am going to use this tiny pencil brush, and I'm going to put this lightest shade in the inner corner and see what that looks like. It's sort of pinky champagne. If it's not what I want, I can use the highlight that I have in my face palette, but let's see. It's pinkier than I kind of want, I think, but it's not, it does still add the brightness. See? And for my eye shape, or maybe just kind of where I'm at right now, I like to take my inner corner and actually bring it like up here. I think it just kind of helps the way that my eyelids, again, fold. Not good or bad, just how they are. I don't get the same like effect from inner corners that I feel like I want. And so when I bring it up, I feel like that's when I get that like reflectivity like inside of my eye. Whereas when I just bring it to the tear duct, it doesn't work. And also my eyes are pretty watery. So if I'm expecting something on my tear duct to like do work, it's just false. It's bad expectations. I'm losing light, so I have to be quick because you can tell like how cool. Oh, I'm an idiot. Hold on. I have a ring light. I can change this. All right, that's fine. So we added some warmth back. We got some more clarity. Now you can see all of my secrets. That's fine. So I'm very excited about the mascara. This is what it looks like. It's got curved wand and little plastic spikies. And so let's see what that looks like. I'm gonna lean in a little. There is not a lot of product on the brush. Not a bad thing, just a thing. Oh, and I got it on me because I always do. All right, what if I flip it? Does that help me? Okay, so that's one eye with it, one eye without it, because like you can kind of see like my lashes are up here on this side and they are not on that side. So I'm gonna re-dip and we're gonna go to the other eye. It seems like a fairly dry, I don't know if it's just because there's not a lot on the wand or if it's kind of a drier formula. It could be either. Okay, we're gonna try to do it with the curve up again, just, I don't know. Holy moly. Okay, I love this. I don't know how you feel about it, and I don't know what this ring light's doing to wash me out, but I just feel like my skin looks glowy AF. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. I'm an idiot. Ignore it. Pretend I'm funny. So anyway, but I think my skin is super just like glowy, plump looking. And it's the end of the day. It's the end of a long week. So for my skin to be looking like fresh, it's not. I'm tired and very stressed. I've had at least one migraine this week and like, yeah, like I'm not anywhere near being awake, refreshed, and anything like that. So I think my skin looks really good. I do really like these cheek products. That's why I want the lighter palette, so I have all of them forever. I love this lip color, and the combination of the lipstick and the gloss is very, very nice, so that makes me happy. And I think these eyeshadows are just, I know that I still have mascara on my eyes. Don't think that I don't know that. It's not dry yet. I can't scrape it off. But I think the eye palette is just very, very chic, right? Like this is a look that I could wear anywhere at any time. It was quick to put together. And then I just, yeah, I think this foundation, like it just looks so, it's sitting so well on my skin. I'm so over the moon happy about it. I didn't powder, you saw, I didn't powder. There's no setting spray. This is just as it is. It's like 5 o'clock, 5:30. I don't know what time it is. It is between 5 p.m. and 6 p.m. So there's not going to really be a wear test today, but I will update with any thoughts, especially if it like breaks apart really bad or something like that. But I think it's really gorgeous and I love all the other things that I got. I even really like the mascara. I think it's separating and lifting without being too much. It didn't really clump up or anything. This is exciting. Okay, hopefully you can see why I love Burberry products so much, and hopefully you found this helpful in case these products do come to the US, or you found it helpful in deciding whether or not you want to go for it and pay either a personal shopper or a reshipper to get these products to you. I don't regret doing it. Like I said, I could see myself doing it again to get an extra of that foundation. So hopefully this was helpful, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.